How did Dinesh Schaffter die? Businessman Dinesh Schaffter was found bound and strangled inside his car at the public cemetery in Borella on the 15th of December and was admitted to the Colombo National Hospital. According to medical records, as soon as Dinesh Schaffter was brought to the hospital, doctors had made great attempts to revive his heart. However, those efforts had failed. Thereafter, later that night, Dinesh Schaffter was pronounced dead. However, the post-mortem report provided to the CID revealed that Dinesh Schaffter died only by strangulation. Was this a murder or a suicide? Forensic teams investigating the death of Dinesh Schaffter had found a wire similar to the one that was used to strangle him and several zip ties that were used to tie his hands at his residence. It is reported that the CID had requested the opinion of the judicial medical officers on the grounds that the death of Dinesh Schaffter was a possible suicide. The JMOs had noted that as the forensic evidence at the scene were destroyed, it is scientifically impossible to specifically state if Dinesh Schaffter was strangled or whether he committed suicide. Was Dinesh Schaffter murdered? Was it a suicide? Can this not be determined by evidence? According to reports, Krish Pereira, a director at one of Schafter's companies, had taken the businessman in Schafter's own car from the public cemetery to the hospital. Therefore, as the evidence at the scene was destroyed, it has become difficult to scientifically rule if Dinesh Schaffter was murdered or if it was a suicide. The wire used to strangle Dinesh Schaffter in the front seat of the car was found on the back seat. Expert medical examiners note that if the neck of a person is continuously held tight by a wire in such a manner, it blocks the blood circulation to the brain. What time did Dinesh Schaffter die? Can any evidence be recovered based on that? Sri Lanka police said that shortly before Dinesh Schaffter died, he had eaten a snack from a restaurant located down Mallasekara Mawatha in Colombo 7. The post-mortem had uncovered the contents of that meal. However, the post-mortem report in possession of the CID notes that Dinesh Schaffter had reached a brain-dead stage between 30 and 40 minutes after he left home that day. Dinesh Schafter's wife had told the Borella police that her husband had left home at 1:55 in the afternoon. If that time is accurate, Dinesh Schaffter was possibly dead by 2:35 in the afternoon, based on the reports. However, former cricket commentator Brian Thomas revealed that he received a WhatsApp message from Dinesh Schafter's phone between 2:42 and 2:43 p.m. This raises suspicion whether businessman Dinesh Schaffter was murdered. What actually happened that day?
We haven't identified a suspect so far. We have obtained CCTV footage. The CCTV footage that cannot be viewed clearly from the naked eye was sent to the government analyst and steps were taken to clear out the images. The complete ME's report has not been produced. The ME's report says that the cause of death was being unable to breathe. Detectives have not informed me that a wire used to strangle Dinesh Schaffter and zip ties used to tie him were found at his house. Some of the information reported in the media is inaccurate. Detectives are focused on various reports. The investigations that are being carried out by us have not proven that the death of the businessman was caused by suicide. We are investigating the death on the grounds that he was murdered.
Who is responsible for the murder of Dinesh Schaffter?